in their face. I mean, you hear a child saying that my father is an alcoholic, he hits my mother on a regular basis. Okay, so home is not a good place, right? And then we've got the big concern that the president mentioned to us when we met him of teenage pregnancies. Young girls getting defiled, some getting promiscuous at an early age, of course not having prevention methods or birth controls or even, for me now it's even HIV, got a lot of HIV amongst the young generation. So how do you as a school address that?
Now, there are many things that we do. One, like you mentioned, we have the guidance and counseling department. These are teachers who, on regular basis, go for in-service training, equip them. Number two, we have like a chaplain who does a spiritual welfare. Three, we always invite resource persons. We have the health, we have the house sessions, so that they, on prevention of abuse, how to deal with issues also how to handle family issues like you're saying, where they have dysfunctional families, how to go about it. But most importantly too, we also bring resource persons during parents forums, because other than these kids who are a problem, the general population itself has so many mental issues. So occasionally you are handling issues like discipline issues of children, but you realize the bigger problem is not the child. It is the parent that needs even the counseling. So we bring the resource persons when we have parents forums to talk to the parents
and the children, so they can have a conversation in the house.
Yes.
Yeah, when we were growing up, we used to have, the dining table was the place of all discussions, families eating together. But today, with work, both parents working, children are mostly left on their own.
A lot of it is happening.
Yeah.
It is happening. Then you cannot ignore the media. There's a lot of exposure.
Social media.
Yes, social media.
I mean, they're teaching your children faster than you. I remember I was out of the country when my daughter got her menstruation, and she sends me a text message, Mom, I've got something to tell you, okay, and don't panic. So I'm like, what? What's going on? What's happened? And she goes, okay, I got my period. And I'm like, okay, all right, so do you know what to do? So it was something we hadn't discussed. I thought I still had a year or so before I can discuss the period. And then, she says, Mom, okay, I know what to do, all right. I went and I got some pads from your room, and I'm using it. Too big, and in my own small size. But yeah, I'm okay. I know what to do. We'll discuss it when we get home. I know, no boys. I'm like, okay, enough.
Then you should start the education system, because these are things that are done in the schools.
Yeah.
The counseling sessions, some of the subjects do start with these things.
Right.
So by the time they get to it, they're privy to what
we as a government are still very adamant because of the church on comprehensive sex education. We seem to think that every time we talk about comprehensive sex education, we'll be talking about gender identity and educating our children in areas that we don't want to. But what we have to realize is it's better for us to educate them, even if we want to educate them on our culture, than to leave them to the education of social media.
Very true, but the problem is some of the books that are getting into print, they also have some extremities.
Yes, of course.
Because when you look at a text and you see the literature that is there, it's talking of a family of two women.
Yes.
A family of two men.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm telling
Yeah,
children.
yeah.
So I think those are the extremes that...
But I think in Kenya, we should have our own comprehensive sex education and make them aware that they exist in other societies, things like that. But we shouldn't avoid it, because by avoiding it altogether, we actually leave them more exposed.
True.
Yeah, more
True.
exposed. Well, thank you so much. It's been really good sitting and talking to you. I really needed this so that I can understand you, and I want to congratulate you.
Thank you so
for
much.
the performance, the board. Thank you so much. I'm all yours.
And as you come to this fraternity,
Yeah.
please, this is the beginning. You have
Yes.
a long journey with
I
us.
know.
And being
Yeah.
the girl child that you are,
Yeah.
you can be sure they will tag you
All
along.
right. So Raymond,